Now on Coast TV News.
Rehoboth Beach sees an unexpected twist in parking revenue calculations, discover the city's decision to phase out change machines, and explore the impact on beachgoers' choices. Milford's new park proposal stirs concerns among locals, the reasons behind their worries about the project. And the Rehoboth Library is looking to downsize its space at its current location. What do people think about having a smaller library downtown?
Coming up, we're going to be talking about temperatures going sky high, at least summertime high. No kidding.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
A parking math mistake made by the city of Rehoboth Beach. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with the city of Rehoboth Beach saying it incorrectly calculated the city's parking revenue.
Instead of being down in revenue as originally thought, the city says it actually made $20,000 more in parking this summer than last summer. Live in Rehoboth Beach is Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber. Elisa, Rehoboth Beach says it's making some changes to the parking system based on data they gathered.
Maddie, I'm currently standing in front of one of the two change machines here in Rehoboth Beach. Now, the city says less and less people pay for parking with coins, so instead of replacing the machines, they're going to get rid of one of them. Now, the city says the most popular form of paying for parking is through the mobile app. Jeff Hossman co-owns EC Shades in Rehoboth Beach. Hossman thinks the city's decision to slowly get rid of the change machines instead of spending about $9,000 on each machine to replace them is a good idea.
It used to be, back when it was the old-fashioned meters, we would probably go through maybe 4 or 5 rolls of quarters a day for people asking for change. I have not had anybody ask for quarters in probably 2 years.
According to the city of Rehoboth, it only made about $125,000 in coins at the meters. City officials say this number decreases every year. At the recent mayor and commissioners meeting, the parking department reported the city was down in parking revenue compared to the summer prior. The city told Coast TV they made an incorrect calculation.
Most recently, when we were reconciling the accounts, different parking accounts, one of the things that we had not accounted for in the presentation was a surcharge that we charge at the meters to help recoup some of the costs associated with merchant processing and things like that. Really the end of the summer, what we saw was that we were about $20,000. We did about $20,000 more in parking revenue compared to last year.
People say the parking meter system in Rehoboth Beach is very stressful, which is why some people choose to take the bus instead.
For instance, my dad, whom lives with us, he has come down a couple times and he gets so frustrated with that system that he just goes back home, or he goes to the park and ride and he even takes the bus into town.
Since the city says they see a lot of people incorrectly put their license plates into the meter system, they are possibly looking to decrease the citation charge for those who admit to the mistake. The current citation for putting the wrong license plate number into the parking meter system is $30. Now, the city says they see this problem happen very often, and they are looking to reduce the cost for first-time violators. In Rehoboth Beach, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
And all of this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how do you pay for parking? Let's take a look at the updated results. Maddie and I, we differ a little bit on this one.
We do. I'm team coins, which is the lead right now, Charlie, at 49%, though you have a nice second there.
I use the app. I never have cash on me or coins, so it's just a lot easier to grab my phone, which is always in my pocket. You can vote now at coasttvnews.com or use our Coast TV mobile app. And we're going to show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11.
And as part of the ongoing traffic and parking study, Rehoboth Beach is conducting a survey. That survey is available on the city's digital engagement platform that's called Reach Out Rehoboth. According to the city, the survey is designed to determine people's opinions relating to space allocation, congestion concerns, and comfort level with walking and biking in the downtown area. The survey will close November 26th. Results will be shared with commissioners during a December 4th workshop meeting.
Milford is moving forward with plans to build a park on former Sharp Farm across from South Rehoboth Boulevard. The park has been approved by the city to have 72 parking spaces, a playground, walkways, a bike path, and multi-use fields. However, people in the surrounding neighborhood are concerned about a number of things with the park, including light pollution and noise. as we don't know yet what the hours of that park would be, but also, most of all, they're concerned about safety.
If the park people can walk in, there can be you hear about drugs and all the nonsense. I don't want any of them coming in my yard.
CoastTV reached out to the city's Parks and Recreation Department for comment on these security concerns that some neighbors have, but we haven't heard back yet. Bloom tells us engineers are working on the project and that they will work on site plans to present to the county. She says there's no expected date yet as to when that could be.
The Milton Community Foundation donated thousands of dollars towards the latest initiative to improve Milton Memorial Park. President Steve Crawford presented the mayor with a check for $2,500 towards the purchase of new benches in the park. The check will cover the amount to purchase those benches. During the meeting, some people recommended the leftover funds go towards a permanent restroom in the park. That idea is still under discussion within the Parks and Recreation Committee.
The town of Milton is seeking contracting bids to create a potable well in town. The town says that bids are due by tomorrow at 11 a.m. The work is to install a drinking water production well on the southwest corner of Federal and Park Streets. The town says each bid must be accompanied by a bid bond or certified check payable to the owner for 10% of the total amount of the bid.
New today, the drive-through light display Winter Wonderfest of Lights at Hudson Fields in Milton. It's not going to return this year. That's due to financial setbacks. Co-founder Peter Bricado says a culmination in a decrease in drive-through attendance last year and unexpected costs due to shipping delays in electrical equipment in 2021 led to the decision to suspend this year's attraction. Now, organizers say they hope to resume operations with a reimagined concept in 2024.
Now let's go ahead and take a live look outside right now with our Hershey's exterior 45th Street Tap House camera. It looks nice out there at the moment, but as we check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, Paul, it sounds like we got a little Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation over the next couple of days.
Oh yeah, it's going to be one of those situations. Dr. Jekyll this weekend, Mr. Hyde next week. I'm just saying that's your Easter egg for the forecast. But take a look at where we are right now. Of course, we're looking at courtesy of our Boardwalk Plaza. And let's listen, the Boardwalk's looking absolutely gorgeous. We have the kind of skyline you just dream about. And temperature, 71. Listen, when you're talking about 80s in October, that's quite a treat. And that's what we're talking about going into this weekend. Before this evening, we're going to drop from 71 at 6 o'clock down to 66 at 7 o'clock, down to 64 at 8 o'clock, and then we'll go into the lower 60s by 9 and 10. Listen, first and foremost, the summer weekend or summer-like weekend, we're going to still give that to you. However, we're going to give you something else you didn't ask for, which is an opportunity for you to use your winter coat by next Wednesday, Charlie.
Can't win them all, Paul. The Delaware State Police arrested a 55-year-old Greenwood man for a felony theft that occurred in Ellen last week. Police say troopers were called to a home on Rockin' Way in Ellendale on October 18th for the theft report. Upon arrival, troopers say they met with a 73-year-old homeowner and found out that two 40-foot light poles were stolen from his home. Police say through investigation, troopers identified the suspect to be Richard Boyd and got a warrant for his arrest. State police say troopers were notified by Georgetown Probation and Parole that Boyd was in their custody. Boyd was turned over to troopers on Monday.
Delaware will hold its 25th National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day this Saturday, October 28th. The state says Delawareans can discard their expired or unused medications at locations statewide between 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. State officials say Sharps disposal for needle disposal will be available at select location, along with an overdose response education team. Free Narcan will be available there. According to the National Take Back Initiative collection site, some areas in Sussex County that are participating include Milton, Ocean View, and Selbyville's police departments.
And continuing with National Prescription Drug Take Back Day, the Ocean City Police Department says it's participating in this year's event. The department says people can dispose of expired and unwanted prescriptions at the Ocean City Elks Lodge on Sinnapunxet Avenue. People can stop by for this from 1 to 3 p.m. on Saturday. The department says you do not need to be a member there to drop off medication. The future of Rehoboth Beach Library is becoming a little bit more clear after months of meeting. A task force has decided what that future of the library could look like. Live in Rehoboth Beach is CoastTV News reporter Charles Reinert. Charles, a decent amount of this downtown library could go away.
Charlie, right across the street here is the main entrance of the library, and that's the part that would stay relatively the same with this idea. But if you come with me over here and take a look across the street at this kind of boxy part on the western side next to Summer House, that part has a couple more question marks around it. Now, to give you some perspective with some numbers, this plan would use around 7,500 square feet of the 11,400 square feet the library currently uses. The Rehoboth Beach Library Task Force has been meeting on this topic for months now, as there's another library in the works outside of the city to be built near Warrington Road and Route 24. One neighbor today said that they would be a bit disappointed if there are some changes with the library downtown.
I understand the need to maybe build something outside of the community, but I hate to see it at the cost of losing what we have downtown now.
While this was the choice picked by the task force, we're not out of the woods quite yet. It still needs to be approved by city commissioners before any changes can be implemented. I'm Charles Reiner, live in Rehoboth Beach, CoastTV News.
Charles, thank you very much. We have a lot more news to get to.
DART's annual Thanksgiving Stuff the Bus food drive is coming back soon when you can donate food items in Sussex County.
And be sure to get out and enjoy this weekend's summer-like temps, because next week we will be freezing cold. Literally.
Volunteers packing boxes of brand new clothes for children in Sussex County. How a local organization is helping those who need it the most. Don't go anywhere. We're back in just 60 seconds.
Now through Monday only at Johnny Janosic. Get Delaware's guaranteed lowest prices on our huge selection of furniture and mattresses. Plus, 4 years 0% APR with no minimum purchase. So this Lazy Boy sofa is only $27 a month. And this queen panel bed only $21 a month. But it all ends Monday, only at Johnny Janosic.
Coastal Bath will provide you with exceptional customer service and a speedy time frame. I actually reached out to say, if you see me again and I look like a mermaid, it's because I'm pleased with my bathroom and I spend so much time in it.
It's the annual Bath Spooktacular. Get a free shower door or $1,500 off, plus no payments and no interest for 18 months. Hurry before this offer disappears. Local and family owned. Call or visit coastalbaths.com today.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
One local nonprofit says it's been working harder lately to help with a rise in poverty amongst kids in the area.
Telemundo Delmarva and CoastTV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman shows us how the efforts of clothing our kids are changing the lives of children right here.
Bob Bluin has been with Clothing Our Kids for the past 10 years. The nonprofit takes orders for clothes from local schools who have students in need. But Bluin says this is the first school year where orders started coming in before classes even started.
We had orders starting in July and August, people ordering clothes for children. And we're taking orders now, not just from the schools, but also from social services and the family shelters.
During the past month of September, Clothing Our Kids provided clothes to more than 1,100 kids in Sussex County.
It's an honor that we can partner with the families in the community and that they feel safe and secure enough to come and share and express their needs.
The charity has 120 volunteers who shop for new clothes, prepare the orders placed by teachers, nurses, and counselors, and then deliver them to the school.
We can give the children the resource, this being the clothes, necessary to have a positive attitude going to school, to have a positive attitude by staying in school. If they have soiled clothes, or if they have to you wear the same clothes every day, there's more chance of them being bullied in the school. We don't want that to happen.
Impacting lives one child at a time. In Millsboro, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
If you know a child from Head Start, elementary, or middle school who needs new clothes, Clothe Our Kids urges you to contact the child's school so they can put in the order.
Our wonderful warming trend kicks in for now and for this weekend. So listen, enjoy yourself. But next week, pull out your winter coat.
I love my basement. It's my space where I can get things done. Peace and quiet, privacy. Sometimes I work pretty late after my wife goes to bed.
Babe? Hey, babe?
Oh.
Yeah? Is there any water in the basement?
No, honey, everything's fine down here. No water. I don't see any water anywhere.
Dry Zone can keep your basement safe and dry for all of your hobbies. Life can be scary. Your basement doesn't have to be. Contact us today.
Toyota trucks are known for legendary reliability, including 4Runner, the off-road beast for any terrain, and the full-size Tundra, now electrified. See for yourself why Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named the Tundra and 4Runner a top 10 vehicle with best resale value for 23. Toyota, let's go places.
Got what it takes to be the ultimate survivor?
Go!
Then apply for the adventure of a lifetime. Join WBOC for a Survivor open casting call Friday, November 10th at Warwick Community College in Salisbury. Go to WBOC.com for details.
1025 WBOC.
During Halo's Make Room campaign for our Women and Children's Shelter, we have been blessed with a matching gift challenge. This will double the impact of every dollar you donate. When you give 50, Halo gets 100. Together, we can meet our goal to make more room before the cold weather begins. We don't want to turn any families away.
Go to haloministry.org and make your gift count twice during Halo's Make Room campaign.
Quite an interesting roller coaster ride we're going to have as it pertains to the temperatures over the next few days. We're going to go really up high by the time we get into this weekend, and then we're going to take a nosedive in a major way by the time we get into next week. So we're going to need your summer outfit for this weekend and your winter coat for next week. Literally, that's where we are, okay? Take a look. Tunnel and Razor Camera and Lewis were holding at 69 degrees. By the way, this first part, we're going into the summertime for the weekend. Winds are calm, primarily moving out of the north, but not really a problem. As far as our forecast is concerned for the rest of this evening, listen, we will stay in the 60s, about 64 degrees by 8 o'clock, 62 degrees at 9 o'clock, and partly cloudy skies and 10 o'clock, 60 degrees by then. Thanks to the cloud cover we're expecting as we go throughout the late night hours, that's going to slow down the descent of the temperatures for us. Now, overall, we are right now staying pretty clear, and I'm doing pretty much a customary look at what's happening with the radar at this point because we are just that clear and uneventful, so to speak. But we see a few scattered clouds making its way across portions of Hagerstown into portions of Maryland, and will begin to sweep its way towards us, giving us those clouds that'll kind of slow down our progression as far as the temperatures falling for the night. We're looking at 67 degrees right now in Delmar and Seaford, as well as Greenwood. 67 degrees is what it feels like in Selbyville, Bethany Beach, and it feels like 70 degrees right now in Rehoboth. And we're about 5 degrees warmer in most locations, between 5 and 7, generally speaking. So we see that warming trend kind of kicking in, and that's where we're going for the next couple of days. You see, Thursday morning, we start off in the mid-50s. See those 55s in Millsboro, Long Neck, Milton? So that's our starting point for Thursday. Sunshine throughout the day, and we'll push it to 80 degrees or near that in most locations. Friday, we have a few more clouds in place, 61 Georgetown and Milton and in Milford, but 64, for example, in Dewey Beach. Now, we're going to go right back to those near 80s, upper 70s for the most part in the afternoon for Friday. Then this weekend, we opened the door and we let the horses out of the barn as far as temperatures in the 80s are concerned over the weekend. Take a look at our forecast for, let's say, Thursday and Friday. We're looking at, for example, it continuing to stay 75 to 79, just as an example, for the Lewis Beach, and for Ocean City, for example, 72 to 77. So we're trending higher all of our locations. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. Saturday, 82. That's the apex. 78 on Sunday, but here's what I need you to pay attention to. Why are we talking about winter coats? Because Wednesday morning, 33 degrees. Maddie?
But thank you, Paul. Delaware farmers have until October 31st to enroll their property as a farmland preservation district. That's for the 2024 preservation funding. The Department of Agriculture says the Delaware Agriculture Lands Preservation Foundation received $10 million to preserve farms. Officials say owners who enroll their land may submit an offer to permanently preserve their land as early as next year.
The Stuff the Bus Thanksgiving Food Drive is returning to Delaware. There will be drop-off donation opportunities from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. throughout the state, including Safeway on Route 1 in Rehoboth Beach. That's going to be November 6th. The Walmart in Milford on November 7th. All Delaware DMVs will also be offering additional drop-off sites, and additional site donations will be accepted starting October 30th, and that goes through November 6th.
Sussex Academy is having an open house tomorrow in Georgetown. The school says it will be from 6 to 8 p.m. One will be at the elementary campus that's on Wilson Road. The other will be at the secondary campus on Airport Road. Delaware's school choice application period opens November 6th and closes January 10th, 2024. The holiday season will be here before we know it. That means the return of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign. Through generous donations from businesses and individuals, we do our best to make sure every child has a present to open Christmas morning. We do that by supporting nonprofits that handpick families in need. Applications are due October 31st.
Join us here to watch Coast TV on Sunday night for Sunday Night Football this Sunday. The Chicago Bears, the Los Angeles Chargers. That coverage starts at 7 p.m. And then right after the game, we've got your hyper-local Coast TV news to get you ready for the work week.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, sports fans? The best of the best coming to Salisbury, Maryland this December at the 41st Governor's Challenge Tournament. And tonight at 8 p.m., we will release the schedule of who will be playing in each and every game right here on the Delmarva Sports Network.
Chris McKelvin.
Cosby on him. The freshman delivering, and he'll go to the line.
And this great tournament all started with a local legend, the winningest coach in public schools in Maryland, Butch Waller.
It's a real plus for the Eastern Shore. It's a real plus for Salisbury. It's a real plus for people that like basketball. And it's a huge plus for the kids. I just don't know any negatives for this tournament.
The Governor's Challenge selection show tonight on DSN at 8 p.m. Have a great night, everybody.
We decided to do upgrades on our house that we had built ourselves. We were looking for a particular company that would be on the same page we were as far as craftsmanship and take pride in a job well done. Now we're having the bathroom done, and we went with Spicer Brothers. I've never seen anything as fast and as efficient.
Unbelievable how quick he is for a one-man show.
He has a passion for his craft, and he's so efficient. We're just so tickled to death to have him.
So before you sign, keep Bass by Spicer Brothers in mind.
I jumped through time and space to save you. I'm not giving up. I will make it home. Addison, I can't get over you.
Quantum Leap, tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
You're doing a great job filling in for Higgy.
It's the worst that could happen.
Oh, boy. Tell me you're not live tweeting our death.
Magnum PI, tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
At Boscov's, our prices are dropping for cold weather shopping. Classic collections and separates from Ruby Road, Alfred Dunner and more, 30 to 66% off. Men's and young men's thermal cruise and Henleys just $6.99. 50% off ladies' cold weather accessories, hats, scarves, gloves, and more. Stay warm and cozy with Ashley Cooper flannel sheet sets. Any size, just $19.99. For the best prices and cold weather deals, shop Boscov's.
100.9% classic country plays real country.
The closer you get, the further I fall. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight.
Tune to 100.9% classic country or download the app to listen anywhere.
Moments like this, you're faced with an important question. If a ball lands in a cup and no one else sees it, does it count? You bet your sweet 5-iron it does. Somewhere to smile about. Ocean City, Maryland. Oh wait, he's still going. Okay. Nice.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Let's take a look at your exclusive Coast TV 10-day forecast. Listen, it's about the ups and downs of the forecast. We go up going into the weekend. 79 for Thursday, 80 on Friday, 82, hello everybody, on Saturday, and 78 on Sunday. Now, as we go into next week, as early as Monday, we're looking at a drop in temperature from 74 down to 54 for Monday going into Tuesday. And then Wednesday night going into Thursday, we drop down to 33 and we'll stay in the 30s for a couple of days in a row in the morning time. Maddie.
Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.